Hi everyone, it is week 12 with Veg Out with Sylvia. So let's find out what we got in this week's CSA. We have some kohlrabi, some green leaf lettuce, some onions, some radishes, and you're going to notice some of those early summer vegetables are kind of coming back in like the late summer. Okay, we've got some carrots, and these happen to be purple carrots. The carrots can come in all kinds of different colors and shapes. We've got some sweet corn, some yellow squash, some cucumbers, a beautiful large eggplant, some snacking peppers, some tomatoes, and now our garlic has hardened and it's forming a beautiful head to use in our recipes. And we have some hot peppers. We've got some cubanelles and some jalapenos. All right, so in today's CSA, we are going to feature the hot pepper. And I picked up a few extra. This happens to be cubanelle pepper, and we have a jalapeno, and we're going to do a mix of both. All right, so hot peppers are chilies, and they're actually a fruit. They're technically a berry from the capsaicin family. Okay, and I'm putting gloves on because this heat stays on whatever surface it comes in contact with, whether that be a knife or your hands. So you want to wear gloves, and you want to make sure that you don't, you wash your hands after, okay? So most of the heat is in this like pithy area, okay, and in the seeds. So to remove some of that heat, we're going to remove the seeds. You can just tap them out. And we're just going to stack them and cut them in strips as long as they're the same size. That's all that really matters. Okay. And when it comes to peppers, they're actually measured in Scoville units. Well, in 1912, Mr. Wilbur Scoville, he was a researcher, and he needed a way of measuring the capsaicin levels in the peppers, so he came up with this rating scale for peppers. Your bell peppers, and this is just like a snack pepper, has no Scoville units. Your cubanelles have between 100 to 1,000. The jalapeno can have anywhere between 2,500 to about 10,000. And then your like jalapeno, not your jalapenos, your habaneros and your ghost peppers, those are really, really hot. But for this, I want to go with a mild blend. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to brown some garlic that I have just put through a garlic press. Okay. And we're going to brown it with some extra virgin olive oil. I do like to use some extra virgin olive oil with this. This is not going to be like smoking hot. So I'm going to put about 3 tablespoons in. I'm going to add my garlic. And I'm going to get that browned. Once you start to smell it, you can add your peppers. Okay, and I've added, this is just 1 cup of regular sweet bell peppers, if you want to just use one large one, you can. I use about 5 or 6 snack ones that like we got in our CSA this week. We also got some yummy garlic in our CSA this week. And now I'm going to just kind of brown and saute my peppers. And I'm going to add just a little bit more olive oil because I'm noticing my garlic sticking to my pan. I'm going to fry this up. I'm also adding some oregano. Now, I'm adding dried oregano. You can add whatever herb you like, but with this, I like a little bit of oregano, and I'm just going to take it and rub it in between my fingers to crush it, and then add it to my peppers. And I'm doing this on like medium to high heat. Now I'm going add a little bit of salt, and that's going to release some of the moisture out of our peppers. Because our peppers are about 92% water, about 6% carb. So now we're going to add our tomatoes, and that's 1 cup of tomatoes. And I'm also going to add maybe about just half of the can of tomato sauce. Okay, if you didn't have, if it wasn't summertime, you want to do this in the winter, you could just add the entire can of tomato sauce. Or if you wanted just to keep it nice and fresh and no canned items, you could use the entire thing of just chopped tomatoes. Okay, and you can also vary how much sweet and hot peppers. If you wanted this all hot, just use all hot peppers. If you wanted it a little bit more mild, you could use maybe like a 50-50 mix. Okay, so this has a little bit of liquid in it, so now it's gonna braise in the pot for about 15 minutes, and I'm gonna cover it until the peppers get nice and soft. Before I do that, I'm going to add just a little bit of sugar to kind of balance out the heat. And we'll be back in about 15 minutes. All right, so I lowered our heat and our peppers have been simmering for about 15 minutes. If you wanted to cook them longer, you can. I like my veggies a little crunchy, so I'm gonna stop here. And they were covered while they were simmering, okay? So now we're gonna give them a try. Now, these peppers are great on some meatballs, some sausage, any beef, pork, chicken, fish. If you wanted to go vegan or vegetarian, you could even put some eggs fried and just put this on top of your eggs for a vegetarian option, okay? Or you could just top this with a little bit of Parmesan cheese, or you can just eat it as is. And I'm gonna eat it as is. It's super hot. But it's nice and well balanced. You get a little bit of heat, you get some salt, you get some sugar, and you get that sweetness from the tomatoes. It's a great dish to use up all of your peppers you have coming out of your garden at this time of the year. Because remember, things that grow together go together. I love you all. Have a beautiful day.